Andy.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
My name is Eric, and I'm Canadian.
Jamie Booth.
Kenneth.
Hi, I'm Lindy. Grace, aka Garce.
Andrew.
My name is Erica. My name is Lucy.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Kathy. I'm Vivian. Connie Sang.
I used to say bean, and now I say bin. I used to say about. Actually, I still say that. And yeah, my Canadian accent really hasn't changed that much. I'm still Canadian, so that hasn't changed.
I'm definitely still quiet, very serious, and yeah, reserved, I guess. But I think I've grown in confidence. I've learned how to take care of myself better, even though I don't always do it. I'm pretty much the same person. I've just discovered who that is.
I think as a freshman I was like a really awkward kid who just didn't really know what he wanted to do. And now I'm still kind of an awkward kid who I think I've learned to make decisions on my own. I sort of have more of a view of like what kind of person I want to be in the future. Like what values I need to take with me into the real world.
So during my freshman year, I was on the rowing team for about 2 months. And at that time, we trained really hard in like the erg room, just getting the rowing motion down and just building up strength. And finally, we got onto the water at Lake Michi. And our first day out, we were a disaster. We were out of sync. We weren't even moving in the water, and we couldn't set the boat. We couldn't balance it. Eventually, we got out on the water, we set the boat correctly, and we all started rowing, and we were just like one really well-oiled machine. So I'll never forget that feeling of like accomplishment, and yeah, it just felt really good just like cruising down the water instead of just like splashing around.
I think I came into Duke with a very like singular identity. Like I was a Christian, I was Korean, I'm from LA, not even really from LA, like a suburb of LA. And then I came to Duke and like that skeletal idea of who I was kind of just like completely fleshed out, and it's still really like filling up, I think. And definitely identity for me has become more complex than it was from when I was a freshman, I guess.
I would say my favorite memory probably comes from this year after I injured my Achilles. And I'll always remember all the people that kind of came and asked if I needed help or anything. So just, I guess that outpouring support, I didn't realize I knew so many different people that I'd met over my 4 years here. And that's probably what I'm going to remember the most.
I think coming in, I'm generally a pretty like chill, free-flowing guy. I like to just go with the flow. And I don't think that's necessarily changed a lot, but one thing I've added to that is just really listening to other people has been one thing I've learned that I need to improve on. So I think that has changed in me because I just realized like when you listen, you learn so much more to people's stories, where people are coming from, and it just makes you understand more, and like makes everything just like better, really. But people, at first, when I was a freshman, I'd feel like I was just like, oh no, it's this way, that way. I'm just not really listening before I talk.
My favorite memory is during orientation week. It was the day of the Nasher event, and my roommate Isabella and I didn't go, and neither did Billy, and so we ended up just talking in the brown piano room together. And later on, Eric and his friend come in, and we start having conversation, and it becomes about like God and religion, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like we're having a deep conversation so early in the year during orientation week, and it's my favorite memory because Eric wasn't a Christian at the time, and just seeing him grow through that journey last year becoming a Christian has been really cool.
So I didn't know anything about Christianity when I came to Duke, and I considered myself agnostic. and now I'm proud to call myself a Christian.
Well, I was kind of shy, I would say, and not very confident in myself or my own abilities. But over these 4 years, I've gotten so much more comfortable at meeting new people. Also, just being comfortable with my choices that I've made throughout college. Coming in, I didn't really have any idea of what I was doing. But now, at least, even though I still don't know what exactly I want to do with my life, but I have a better recognition that my path will eventually come to me, and I just want to pursue what I want to do now and where I think it'll take me.
Yeah, so came back from classes, I think it was in the afternoon sometime, when Lucy, Chris, and I all lived in View, and I went to Lucy's room, which was right across the hall, and the door was open and no one was inside. So I went inside to take a look, and I think there was like a box of chocolates or something on her desk. So I took them and I like sneakily went back to my room and opened the door, and I was like, Grace, look what I found. And then I saw Lucy was in my room. So I just like closed my door and like stood outside, and then slowly opened it again and was like, oops.
I've definitely gotten to know God a lot better during college. When I first came in, I was really not sure if like my faith was mine, and like was I just following what my parents had taught me or like raised me in, which is like the Catholic faith. And like now I know that like that having faith in God for me is very real.
So my favorite memory probably have to be this past spring break. Me and you and other seniors and Allison and other people were in Tampa Bay, Florida. And there was one night we went out to, it was nighttime, went out to Lido Beach, I think it was, and it was like nice powdered sand, just like kind of strong wind and stuff. And we took basically slips of paper on which we'd written all our regrets and all of, the things we wanted to let go. And then we took our slips and we threw them into the ocean, and that was pretty cool. And but then like the wind blew it back, and then like it landed on the water, and you kind of just saw the slips floating there, which is bad. But then after that, we walked over to the beach, and we like did this group huddle thing in the water, and then prayed together, which was a lot of fun. And we did some kind of sharing stuff too, and we were all while being very cool. Yeah, so that was my favorite memory.
So, as a freshman, I think I came in with a lot of the, like, ambitious high school self. Like, I was one of those high schoolers who, like, still took a million AP classes and didn't ever get senioritis, and, like, worked hard till the end. It was, like, really serious and, like, really competitive about, like, always being the best academically or whatever. But, like, now, I think I've just realized that, like, academics are not, like, while they are important and while they definitely need your attention, it's not what, at the end of the day, would like make me happy. Like, it's not what like gives me joy or fulfillment. And it's just more like the people I'm around and like the time I spend with them that means a lot more than just like getting that A.
So I came in as a freshman as a awkward, loud person, and now I'm less awkward, still loud person. I think in the last 4 years I've become a lot more confident in myself. I've just processed my past a lot better than I did when I was a freshman. When I was a freshman, I blocked out a lot of the stuff that like happened in the past, like before I was 13. And I think throughout college, I've learned to process that and accept that, and just use that as like something to help build me and something I can learn from and like improve myself from that. And I think that's how I've grown the last 4 years. Still awkward.
So this is pretty easy actually. Go to cookout a lot early in the morning, hang out until 4 a.m. doing stupid things that you shouldn't do, because that's where friendships are formed. There'll be a lot of pressure at Duke to sort of disregard people or put them lower on your priority list. But honestly, I would never trade the friendships I have for a better GPA. Like, my graduation requirement to you is when things get hard or when it feels scary to go deeper, to invest more, go. Push into it, because sometimes, like now I'm sitting at graduation, it feels like my heart's being like about to be ripped into 1,000 pieces and shredded to the corners of the earth, which is kind of a violent image, but in some ways I'm glad for that, because that means that like the bonds and the ties and the relationships I have now are so deep that like I can feel that pain of the separation that's coming.
You have to run at the Watt Duke. If you go running, don't run at the gym unless you really like it. Run outside. Run at Watt Duke Trail.
I'm gonna say black tenting. If you haven't black tented, you need to black tent. Not blue tent, not white tent. It might sound stupid, but you really need a black tent because it's the most fun. It's the craziest. Being squished in like an 8-person tent with 10 people when it's freezing cold. Those are the times where like conversations happen, fun times happen, where you really have fun, and it's something you won't do otherwise.
It would probably be going abroad, whether that be like taking a semester abroad to study, or just going during summer and just doing like some kind of service for like doing Engage, or just for some other organization like Deed or anything. I think there's a lot to learn from going abroad and just getting different perspectives from like a culture that's not your own, and seeing how just other people live. And I think it was probably one of like the most beneficial things that I got from Duke.
Gotta touch a squirrel. Gotta touch a squirrel.
Definitely all the friends I've made these past 4 years.
Oh, the people. Oh my gosh, the people, of course. Of course the people.
I'd say I'm most thankful for like the close friendships I've grown with. A lot of like the Christian women, whether that's like in university or just at Duke. It's like a small handful, and I think that having grown up like moving around a lot and going to school every 2 or 3 years, like having those experiences before Duke like really made a contrast with the time and the space and the freedom to pursue really strong friendships with other girls. Like I value that so much, and I cherish them very much because I haven't been able to have that before. So that's something I'm most thankful for. I think at Duke.
Inchworms, fruit snacks, Krispy Kreme.
I feel like just like the carefree way that people can just like come together and hang out is something I really miss.
I'm really glad that college has not been what I expected, or that the expectations and imaginings that I had before coming to college weren't the limit of what my college experience has been. I definitely didn't expect to meet you guys and to really care for you guys and to be cared for by you guys. I didn't expect to join a Christian a cappella group that became my family for 4 years. I didn't expect to travel to so many places. I did not expect to go to Africa this early in my life, and I've been twice. Yeah, so I'm just really glad that even though we have expectations for what comes next, God doesn't limit us by those, and He gives us so much more. So I've been really thankful for that.
So I'm really glad that like I've had the chance to like meet all sorts of people here at Duke.
Cooking, the divinity school, my stays in the gardens.
I think I'm thankful for all the hard things that have happened to me at Duke. It took me a whole semester outside of Duke to realize it, but I think it has been really good for me and has really challenged me a lot. I think if I always stayed comfortable, I would still be the same person. And in a lot of senses, I'm still the same person, but I like to think that I grew at least a little bit from them. So hard places, challenges, you know, I wasn't super fond of Duke when I was here, but now, as I look back, I realize that God had put me here for a reason, and I think He grew me a lot from being here.
I think I'm also thankful for the struggles that God has brought me through during my time at Duke, because I think that those are the times when I've most leaned on God or like most leaned on people, and He's grown me through this and shaped me to be the person that I am, and it's also allowed me to share in other people's struggles as well.
Good conversations. I think those will be harder to come by, or they'll come by less frequently after college. I mean, I think they'll still be good ones, but they'll be different. And yeah, I appreciate those a lot, even if I don't say it enough. But I think we all know.
I would say the community that's really embraced me, because I think coming into Duke, I wasn't really expecting, or I didn't really know how to make friends that would really be close to me, and the people who have been here for me have been awesome to make friendship and communities.
I think just to learn more about myself as an individual outside of Duke, because Duke has become so integral to who I am now. So I think it'll be hard, but I definitely want to learn more about myself.
I'm looking forward to seeing how my friends and I, and just people I know, sort of become even more the people that we are. Outside of this little space that is Duke that can be confining or restricting in a lot of ways.
I'm looking forward to moving to San Francisco. Lots of good Asian food out there. I miss Asian food because Durham does not have that much good Asian food.
I think I'm just ready to explore myself in different places. So like, I'm excited to grow, like find myself in like foreign situations, like not necessarily foreign abroad, but like in places and with people I have never met before, and then growing from that, or not necessarily growing, but like acknowledging aspects of myself I didn't realize before.
So I'm excited to find new community outside of Duke, and maybe inside of Duke, but still new communities.
I think our best days are ahead of us still. You know, people are always sad to leave college, and friends, and all the memories, but yeah, I like to think our best days are still ahead of us.
First of all, this is definitely like a hospice question because it was a series of questions that you emailed.
Wait, I want to say something else.
Okay.
I forgot. Let me check.
Okay.